Right, this mismatch blank canvas that you see before you is the proposed soft fruit area for my garden. It's got its own mini pond. I'm afraid this one is like pea green soup, and this whole black landscape fabric area, all of it, is to be covered with netting, a great big fruit cage. Hello Naima.
Hi.
And very good. She just finished cleaning this pot and putting everything into the bucket. Well done, Memes. And will be filled with lots of lovely soft fruit. And then we move on to my little mini greenhouse, which is really I use it as a cold frame or storing area. A couple onions were ready, so I took them out, put them to dry. And then we move on to the greenhouse. And this is the recently tidied greenhouse. We've got a couple chili plants, basically Scotch bonnet, the variety that we have a tendency to grow in Trinidad. I've also got my tomato cuttings growing beautifully here that I hope to get late harvest from in the greenhouse. I don't normally grow tomatoes in the greenhouse, but these are cuttings off of my outdoor tomatoes. So same varieties. We've got a couple Greek basil and Vietnamese coriander just living in here for the summer. They'll come back into the house later on in the year. Got my lone little okra plant. Hasn't got any okra on it at the moment, but there was some. And I've got my shelf of things there. I've got all my little seed paraphernalia down there. My very sad loofah plant that's got no flowers. And these are my melons. I had 4. 2 survived the move. And one is giving me a very, where are you? Tiny melon. Yeah. And down here I've got 2 sweet potato plants that would need to be brought inside for the winter. And on top here I've got some seedlings which is going to fill all those empty spaces out in the beds. And that's my greenhouse. Last but not least, everyone, the patch. Yep, the obsessive pumpkin winter squash patch. I'll show you a few of my beauties. This one's Celebration. I think that's the biggest one at the moment, but it's got some other little ones attached to it. Love their creamy yellow color. And this are my cream beauties. These are Thelma Sanders sweet potatoes. Got a few little ones of those coming up. I think there's some around here. And then there's another one that's getting much bigger around here. But this is the patch. It's roughly about 12 by, I don't know, 14 maybe. It's edged with some amaranth plants that went in a bit late, so I didn't plant out all. I think I had 24 of them. Planted out, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, probably 13. They should be almost my height, but because they were planted out quite late, they got a bit root bound in their seed cells, and so therefore they haven't reached as high, but they've still got quite a lot of flowers on them. So I don't know, maybe I might get, I don't know, maybe a pound of grain. Yeah, it's a grain plant. I'm not growing them for their leaves, although you can, but then that's a slightly different variety. Over here, where have we got it? Here we are. We've got Snowman. It's quite big now, about the size of a small volleyball. And under there, if I scooch over without damaging anything, we've got some of the shark fins. There's another one. Here is another one. That's the big one. There are quite a few others. Don't know if you can spot them in the gloom there. But anyway, so that's the boundary line. And that's the blackberries that are coming in. That's given us a couple niceties. I'll just quickly see if I can get out of my patch. I can then show you 1 or 2 other ones that I'm quite proud about. Yes, Over here we've got 2 blue bananas. They are great. They're the size of, I don't know what. They're like little zeppelins. And over here, and these are pumpkin hooligan. They're not very big. They don't really get much bigger than that, sort of like microwavable type pumpkins. And over here we've got Boston squash. I do love this shape, isn't it cool? And I can't remember the name of this one. I think it's onion squash. They say it's supposed to go red, but mine's really bright yellow. I'm not so sure if they're true seed. And along the front of the pumpkin patch, you've got these container plants, and we've got oca, aluca, oca, so on and so forth. And here we've got yuccan, and all 3 of these are South American root vegetables, which I must admit they did go in very late, especially the yuccan. So I don't really expect to get any large amount of roots to eat off of them, but I should then get tubers to plant next year, which would be good. And so at least I'll keep my stock. In the front I've just got a couple late potato plants waiting to be harvested. They're still good in leaf, so I'm not going to pick them as yet. And that's the end of my garden. I'll quickly show you the compost heap, or the composting area. See all my empty pots and my leaf bin and my compost bin and my manure bin. And that's it. Thanks for checking out the video. And thanks for checking out my blog, guys, so regularly. Bye.